what's your beat selection like? I've noticed a lot of your instrumentals. One thing I like about them is they're so like it's almost like they're driven by the 808. It like a lot of your instrumentals, like
Yep.
the 808s are kind of they're very unique. They're almost the centerpiece of the beat, and they're very unique. So what do
That's
you look for?
for me. I definitely, you're right about that. I definitely, the 808s tend to be kind of the center of the beat for me because I like to, at least personally, for the most part. I mean, I get on a lot of different types of beats. You're gonna notice that on Destroyer.
Oh yeah,
But for the most part, I like beats that provide me like enough space to do what I do, which is like where I feel like I shine the best is when I'm doing exactly when I'm going bar for bar with myself, when I'm rapping, when I'm spitting on some like on some when I'm just having fun, when I'm flowing. It's like I almost like part of my style is almost like my voice is the main instrument and kind of like I'm taking the track the places that it's going, whereas the track is more so like a background for me to just have. You give me a space to exist in. I need like I usually get on shit like I said that's very spacious because it allows my vocal to fucking shine. You get me? It allows me to do like where I feel like I carry the songs the most is when my verse is the main uh
instrument.
yeah, the main instrument of the song basically. I feel like that's what I like to do. Like I like to I guess I like to use that. That's the best point. That's the best way to put it. Like my voice is like the main instrument. So beats with enough space where I can like still be able to rap my ass off and still be able to like be kind of like the main sound. I feel like those are my bread and butter type shit. Like I'll give you a good example, like a tech deck. Like if you've heard tech deck off Destroyer, that's a perfect example. Even off of Destroyer, another example. There's another song. There's a song called Odd on Destroyer. That's very much like that. Deadpool. Like Deadpool is a good example. Just beats that are pretty open, not too much shit going on in them. Like you'll notice a lot of my beats don't have a lot of noises going on. They don't have overly complex shit going on. It's pretty straightforward, like a cool 808, cool rhythm, cool bounce. And that's how I feel like that's what I like doing the most. That's what I like getting on the most. And that's also where I feel like I work best.
I feel like a lot of producers try to overproduce, and they try because they try to impress other producers. You know what I mean?
Or they're not taking into consideration that this much noise is too messy for a person to get on this and you still be able to focus entirely on what they're saying. Like it depends. It can work for certain styles and shit, but for the most part, yeah. A lot of people a lot of producers sometimes overproduce their shit to the point where it's like you don't need to overproduce. You need to set up a good vibe with enough space. It's supposed to sound empty. It
Yeah,
needs to sound a little. I mean, if you're making beats for like beats to chill to on YouTube and nobody's gonna rap on them or some shit, then maybe you can fill them up with some space. But even then, if you're a producer and you want a rapper on your beat, there needs to be a space where you can almost imagine already they exist right here. There's a space where a voice can fit here. Even my voice can fit here. Anybody's voice can fit here. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of producers I think struggle with that because they're just unaware of the process of writing like music, like the lyric side of it. They know how to produce the beats and shit, but they don't know how to write bars. They don't know how to. They don't. So when it comes to that, I feel sometimes people get a little bit disorganized, overproduced, and like maybe can get a little messy. I'm very picky about my beats. A lot of people say, "Oh, you get on really simple shit." Yeah, but sometimes the simple shit works exactly for what it needs to do. It just sets up the vibe, and maybe I want that simple shit because I'm the one that's gonna do all the complicated shit. Get what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm the one
No,
that's gonna
I feel
get
you.
crazy and do that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of producers take this as a tip. The place, the songs, the biggest songs, the biggest hits are usually songs where the vocalist has space to shine. The vocalist has space to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to put it. If you don't, you don't leave enough space in the beat. You overwork things. You put too much fucking too many sounds in it. It gets messy, and that's just, I'm telling you. Think about the biggest songs. They're not overproduced. They're not overproduced. Like they got the melody, they got their drums, they got their direction, they got their vibe, and then they got a singer on it, carrying the main direction of the song, and that's it. It just is really a vibe setter, and yeah, that's what I think works best. Of course, everybody makes shit how they want to. If that's a part of your aesthetic, you love making shit that just sounds crazy with a bunch of noise. Do you, of course, but if you want to have rappers on your shit, or if you want to have people, vocalists on your stuff, it's best to give them space. I'm telling you, that is the best shit. It's for me, it feels the best, and I've heard too, for the most part, a lot of big songs. That's how they're written. They're written not
No,
overproduced,
facts.
kind of straight
Facts.
to the point.
I've always thought, like, I always said to other producers too, try to make like the most unique sounding thing that you can with like 2 to 3 sounds. Like I'm talking like minus the drums and stuff like that. Like
That's a good challenge.
maybe like two sounds max that aren't the 808, the snare, the hat, and some percussion and shit like that. And like just try to make the most, because I feel like that's like the best beat. So the best beats are like that. Like one of my favorite beats ever is Shook One's Part 2, since we were talking about a lot of old school hip hop. By Mobb Deep. Shook One's Part 2. It's probably a little biased opinion, but I feel like that beat's like the cornerstone of like hip hop production. Like, but you got like the guitar riff in there, and then there's like the organ, and that's really ain't really much more than that.
But it has such a powerful vibe because they were able to achieve a sound that just, they were able to achieve that vibe, that sound that just came out so fucking dope. And like what I'm saying is like that speaks on that point exactly. You don't need too much going on. I mean, I know now more than ever, music tends to be a little bit overproduced, but it doesn't need to be like shit. Or sorry, it can be on both sides. Sometimes it can be overproduced or it can be really underproduced. But my point is, for the most part, sometimes it can be a little overproduced, especially on the more kind of like experimental genres. But the best thing is always to give. You got to remember, like, if you're making shit for people, that person needs to they need to hear a space where they exist on that beat. That's the best tip that I could give out to every producer, any producer that's ever want to work with me. Make a beat where you could literally hear this. You can hear the space where I would start rapping on. You can hear, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes a good beat. Shook Ones is a perfect example. Very, very minimal, very simple, but it works and does exactly what it needs to do and gives a vibe, and you can do a lot of different shit on it. Although it's pretty straightforward and simple because of that, because it allows you. It's so spacious.
It's so straightforward and simple, but like the two main sounds they really use in there are so like they really make a statement. You know what I mean? Those sounds are so bold and so like
so strong, exactly.
So strong and so unique, and that's why they stand out to people. That's why I always tell these producers, like, use the like 2 to 3 most, like, make some crazy shit with those 2 to 3 sounds. Like A Milli by Lil Wayne. A Milli by Lil Wayne is my favorite beats too. And fucking
those sounds stand out on their own. They hold their own. That's how fucking unique they are. Yeah. Like
and
A
like,
Milli, no one will ever forget the A Milli sample.
Never. Never. And all it is like it's 2 8-bar loops. Like, is one with like an 8-bar loop with like the 808 heavy, and then the second 8-bar loop is like the same sample and then the snare breakdown for like 8 bars. It's iconic. It is so simple.
It's iconic. That's what I'm saying, because it's not too much. It's just it's a part of the beat, obviously, but it's not too much. That's it. It's in there, and it's just fucking like they don't throw 100 other noises in there.
Yeah.
So the vocal sample, you got your snares, you got your fucking drums, and you got your melody, and that's it. It's ready. It's straightforward, you know. You got your hat once in a while or whatever. That's it. But anyways, yeah, man. I don't know, fucking bug when I'm head right now. Yeah, man. That's how I like my shit. Spacious. That's how I feel like I shine. In general, this project, like, I filled a lot of the empty space with things. So it's gonna be a little bit more full than, I guess, most of my other stuff.
Word. Well, shit. Like I said, I'm excited to hear it, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's 100% excited to hear it. You said Friday is going. Oh,
Uh,
by now people watching this already out, but for me wondering.
Friday it'll be out on SoundCloud and YouTube, most likely. Those platforms. I'm sure
And
those platforms.
and then the
SoundCloud
25th.
Friday. It'll be out on Friday
Yeah.
on YouTube, but then the 25th is when it'll drop on Spotify and the other platforms. Maybe not every platform immediately, but for the most part, most of the platforms. And then Spotify for sure, which is the main one. Apple Music, that type of shit. Apple Music and Spotify, it'll definitely be ready by the 25th. But then probably like give it another 20 weeks. Sorry, 20 weeks. 2 weeks, and it'll be ready. It'll be available on all streaming platforms. So by the 25th, you would have heard it for sure. You would have had a way to hear it. But yeah, Friday, the 23rd is when is when I'm dropping it early, essentially, just to help facilitate the promotion of the project. I didn't want to drop it all on a Sunday, shit like that, and kind of at the same time give the fans like a kind of surprise, like, oh shit, it dropped 2 days early, you know?
Yeah. No, I feel you. What producers are you working with heavy like right now? You still working with like Dutchman?
Yeah, Dutchman. Okay, yeah, of course. I'm still working with Dutchman. Dutchman doesn't really have, I, I don't think he has any production on Destroyer, but of course I'm still working with Dutchman. The producers on Destroyer though, for the most part, are let me just give my shout outs now. Eli Three Eyes, Fitty, Prod Fitty, Phony Wallace.
Just
Uh,
Phony Wallace.
we got Thieving and Outlaw. We got who else we got on there? Mikhail. Who else we got on there? We got a lot of production on there from a lot of different people. Oh, we got ZCR. We got Hounds. So we got a lot of different production from different people on there. Spyro. It's a great project, man. I'm really, really, really excited. If you haven't heard that shit, I don't even care where we're at. Pause the interview. Go hear it now. Now.
Go listen now and then finish this interview.
Destroyer is my best body of work thus far, hands down. Hardest shit I've put out, and y'all are gonna see. I'm extremely excited. Yeah, man, and I'm just happy. Honestly, I'm just happy to be fucking just be done with it and put it out and kind of move on. And yeah, man, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I'm excited for the future. I'm really excited for next year. And Destroyer is snapping next. I really feel like this is gonna be that project that helps put my foot in the door in terms of like global, a little bit more recognition globally.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I'm mad excited to hear it. Mad excited fucking to see where it brings you and stuff like that. Before I get into what I want to go to next, I want to give a huge shout out because you said his name. I want to give a huge shout out to Phony Wallace, bro. Like one producer I found out probably earlier this year who has just been putting in the work. I first noticed him when he started working with Christ Dillinger. Then he got some shit in with Lil Darky, and then he kept moving and moving. Now he's got some shit in with you. So it's like I'm mad happy for the dude. I'm gonna cut this interview clip out and tag him on Instagram. Give him a little shout out, bro. But fucking shout outs to all those producers though. I only said Phony because I have noticed them. You know what I mean? But
not everybody, of course.
But shout outs to all those producers, man. Fuck it. Where do you want to go after this? Like, what are your plans for the future after you drop in Destroyer?
Honestly, man, I'm very much so in the present right now. I mean, I'm thinking about the future in terms of like once I'm done with Destroyer, I'm already working on 2 like other projects that I'm gonna put most of my attention on one or both of those. Once Destroyer is out, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna take a short tiny break and then get back into that. But honestly, I'm very much just in the present. I don't have too many far future plans right now. Of course, I want to get back into setting up a tour, a world, countrywide tour. Of course, I want to get back to setting up to getting back into business. But for the most part, I'm very much focused on the present. once Destroyer's out, I got these other two projects to work on. I'm gonna be back on the grind. So I'm resting up now. Once I'm back on that grind, I'm gonna just be on that and kind of I'm gonna let the chips fall where they may. And I'm gonna let time tell itself, because right now it's too chaotic to see into the future. Like, my plans are just keep doing what I'm doing today, which is working, be present, keep making better shit, keep trying to keep working, just keep on keeping on, keep grinding. That's the only thing I can do. And my plans for the future, of course, I'm trying to be bigger than this. I'm trying to be better than this. I'm trying to work on maybe a self-titled project, maybe the Fukkit project. I'm trying to work on my biggest shit, the next thing. But no plans right now, no official plans. I'm just very much so focused on putting out Destroyer, spending all my time uh, attending to that, and then getting on to my new projects uh, that I'm working on with two different producers that are going to executive produce the projects. And yeah, I'm gonna put all my focus on that, and once that's done, then we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, no future plans. Not too many future plans. Just um, constant grind, constant grind. That's all I'm thinking about. Just keep working.
Yeah, man. Not too many people can focus on the now as much as they do either shit that happened in the past or shit that they feel like they haven't accomplished yet or want to accomplish. Like, too many people are like, I'm gonna do A, B, and C. I'm like, all right, well, can you do 1, 2, and 3 before you hit, A, B, and
Right,
C? You
right,
feel
right.
me?
Yeah.
So
No, it's one of those things where, and it's underappreciated. It's hard for not underappreciated, but people don't realize the only time we have is now. The past, that shit don't exist no more. It already passed. You understand? That's why they
yeah,
call it that. That time never existed except for in the present. The only time, the only reason that time existed is because you were present in that time. That's why they call it the past. That shit doesn't exist. Neither does the future. You want to know how the future exists?
when we get
If
there,
I make it to whatever the next present is. You get what I'm saying? If I make it to tomorrow, that's our idea of the future. But there is no future. There is no fucking past. That concept is not real. Just like time is not real. The only real time there is, the only place there is now, the present. The past doesn't exist. It already happened. It's gone. It doesn't exist. The future didn't already happen. The only way you create a future is by continuing your present. If that, you get me? Once that cuts off, point is that shit doesn't exist. The most important thing to focus on is now. If you're not focusing on now, trust me, you're not gonna know what the fuck is going on when you get to the future. You're gonna be like, holy fuck, I thought. Forget about future and past. Y'all need to be aware. Y'all need to be present. I'm telling you, that is the most important shit. Now is the time. Yesterday and tomorrow, it's not here yet. This is the only time. Learn that, because I promise you it's real. I know I sound burnt. I know I sound crazy right now. I
that's good
promise
life
you it's
advice,
real.
though. That's good life advice, though. It goes beyond music. That's for everything. And then it's like, I don't know. A lot of people, I think, get stuck in the past and the present. I mean, not the present. My bad. The past, and even stuck in the future per se, because they're thinking about it too much. Because fuck it, they're just probably just not happy where they at in where they're at in the present. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. Like, focus on the present. Make yourself happy at this moment. Stop tripping on the past, because, like you said, it's the past. Future ain't even happened yet. So,
Yeah.
and like you were saying before, once you get to that future, you're not going to be happy if you can't figure out how to make that happen present.
Now, that's what I'm
So,
saying. And that now, like I said, just again, that's the only time that exists. I know a lot of us like to fixate on our past and how things were different in the past, and or how our past were bad or our past were good. You need to think about now. Forget all the other time. Forget past and future. Like, I plan shit for the future, of course, but the most I'm now the most present that I've been probably in my entire life. And now I try to live everything. For years it's been for a couple years it's been at least, but I try to live day to day, straight up, day to day, because today is one day, tomorrow is completely different. Anything can happen, and I don't know. You get me? Anything could change. I have no control over that. All I can control is me. Is me. That's it. All I can control is me. So I don't plan too much for the future. I don't think about that time like that. Of course, I have ideas about it, but the most important thing to focus on is being aware and present in yourself. That is going to bring you a lot of clarity and bring you a sense of like you're fucking here. You get me? You're not still over there 2 years ago, and you're not in the future trying to think about, oh, how am I gonna get, how am I gonna get to this spot in the next 1 year or the next 2 years or whatever. You get me? I'm telling you, that's the way. You gotta focus on now. That's the only way to get there.
You're focusing on now. I notice now it's gotten mad dark where you're at compared to when we just started. We've been talking for a grip, bro. We probably got an hour, 45 minutes or so interview time. I looked at the first part. It was an hour, 20 minutes. I was like, well, goddamn, we talked for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, fucking, you got anything else you want to add before we go ahead and wrap this up?
So let me make a couple quick shout outs. Shout out to Sabino. Shout out Brando. Shout out Isaac. Shout out Gilly. Shout out Cookie. Shout out Andy. Shout out Kevin. Shout out Robert. Shout out Sergio. Shout out everybody. Shout out Midnight. Shout out my niggas. You can see it's raining in the background, so let me get the fuck inside before I get destroyed by the rain. But hey, shout out everybody. Shout out every fucking person that worked on Destroyer, including Eli, S1 Ninja, Fitty, Wallace, fucking everybody, man. If I miss you, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Oh, Hounds. Shout out
Hounds too, man.
Hey, shout out Kult Classic. Shout out Bobby.
Hey, thank you, bro.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And listen, go stream Destroyer. Thank you. Shout out to everybody. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much for your support. I love y'all. Thank you for being in my corner. We're going to kill this shit. I'm telling you, we not fucking stopping. I'm here to fucking stay. I'm here to stay. You're going to have to take the fucking crown from me because I promised you I'm going to become the king of this shit. I don't give a fuck who likes me or not. You're going to fucking see it. I'm telling you. Fuck it.
Love the energy. I fucking love the energy. I love the energy this whole interview, bro. This whole interview's just been good energy. It's been hype energy. It's been It's been real motivating. And it's been good vibes all around, bro. Appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody watching too, bro, because like this channel's been going nuts. It's been a year and a half now from 0 to subscribers. We're about to hit 3,000 probably tonight. So appreciate you guys, everybody tuning in. And I'm just happy to get to do this shit, bro. Like I got to talk to you now. I fucking talked to Kami, fucking Bambi, Gizmo, Tokyo. Bro, I talked to so many artists who I'm just like fans of. So it's like real good from my position, bro. Thank you for allowing me to do this. For those of you still watching, go follow us at KULT Classic Official on Instagram. Hit us on Twitter at KULT Classic OFF because they won't let us put the issue. And then go follow us on TikTok at KULT Classic Official. And then KULTClassicofficial.com. Go get yourself some merch. We got t-shirts and hats up there. All go supports the brands. Allow us to keep doing cool shit like interviewing Fukkit. Go check out Plague Boulevard. I noticed Darky promoting them, and I just seen you on with the shit. Oh, goddamn.
You feel me? Shout out Plague.
Goddamn. Well,
Plague on my body. Think I'm getting sick.
This has been Call Classic Interview 35. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. We'll correct it. We'll put a little like thing and it'll say like whatever number it actually is. But yeah, it's been Call Classic Interview number 35. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.